Welcome everyone back to Ellyn with a Y goes live Tuesdays at 10. I have a great studio audience with me here today. I'm joined by a dear friend, my friend Barbera, who will be the guest later on in the show, and also my Aunt Linda all the way from New Jersey.
Woo! Hello, Jersey.
Woohoo! So I'm so excited. This is going to be an awesome show today. So first of all, there's been some fun updates in the Ellyn with a Y Goes Live world. I'm so grateful to share that I had an awesome experience yesterday. I was able to go on Strahan and Sarah on the ABC. It's like an ABC GMA show, and had such a good time. Our team went on. Here's a picture of us. We went on the show. Jess, the deputy fashion director from Refinery, was talking about all the cool trends for spring, which were pink and teal. And we had such a good time. I felt so good and confident, and the team over at GMA and Strahan and Sarah were fantastic. They really just made us feel all super comfortable and feel really excited. No, I did not get to keep the outfit. So sad, so unfortunate. I really loved the look. So it was a really good time. Thank you for everyone who was so supportive and telling me that they were watching it and posting about watching it. I had such a good time, and I'm so grateful to Refinery for these kinds of opportunities. It was really serendipitous because 6 years ago, I started working in Manhattan, and I took a picture walking through Times Square, and that was 6 years ago today. And that is just like a moment of reflection. Oh, I just had a really good time doing that yesterday, and I just wanted to make sure I shared that. So on to hot topics. I'm sad to say that I cannot break news for you today. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West have not announced the name of their baby. So we'll have to wait. I hope that they name the baby Rob or Robert, because when she went to Bali, she was told that her son was going to be her father reincarnated. So I have a feeling she might want to name the baby Robert. However, I think that Kanye's not going to be down for such a normal name because their other kids are named North, Saint, and Chicago. And she likes the North, Saint, single syllable, but then Chicago is 2 syllables, and Kanye is 2 syllables, and Kim is 1 syllable. So maybe he'll compromise and allow them to name the baby Robert. I don't know. Why do we care so much?
I don't know.
So we're waiting to find out what the baby's name is. Maybe she could take a cue from the royal Sussex family and just announce already. Maybe it'll be on Riverdale, it's Archie and Jughead. Maybe she'll name the baby Jughead. The royal baby is Archie, and then Kim Kardashian names her child Jughead.
That would be, it would be American royalty.
Oh my God, it would be amazing. And then 20 years down the line, they fall in love with each other. Oh my God, that would make me so happy. Okay, we're still waiting on something coming out of Kardashian camp. You know, Kris Jenner's over there deciding when the absolute best moment for the family is. Maybe it'll be on the season finale episode. They'll promote it by announcing what the baby's name is. So other than that, we have some real hot goss. This is the James Charles Tati Westbrook drama. It's a really complex story, and for a lot of people who don't even know who these people are, I'm going to break it down and make it make sense. They're both beauty YouTubers. I just started following a lot of different YouTubers, and he's one that I follow. He's really an artist and very creative. So these are 2 YouTubers. They got along famously when they first met. James Charles moved to LA to start his career in the YouTube community, whatever that can mean for us all. And he was 17, and he met this woman, Tati, who kind of took him under her wing. She's 35 at the point that they met. She helped him with the business end of things and being a young kid in LA, and was really there for him. And over the course of James Charles's career, he has had a lot of what he likes to brand as scandals. He went to the Met 2 weeks ago, last week, whatever, and he said he was there for influencer inclusivity, and it's the struggle is not real for influencers. There's other people here fighting for diversity and for inclusion, so step down. So he got into a fight with this woman, Tati, because he went to Coachella and arranged to have either his security paid for or his tickets paid for or something by the Instagram famous vitamins Sugar Bear Hair, and posted about it with a hashtag ad, which is what influencers use to denote that they are being paid for the post. Well, Tati, who he has said is like a mother to him, was very, very upset because Tati has a vitamins brand that is the competitor to Sugar Bear Hair. I know not all of us are so up and up on the influencer world and YouTube world, but we all pretty much understand loyalty and the idea that someone who is like a mother to you has a brand that is a direct competitor of someone you're accepting money from. So she was very, very, very upset. And essentially it comes down to she decides that she needs to kind of rid herself of the situation and of him, and decides to post a 40-minute video on YouTube explaining why she doesn't want to be associated with him anymore. She even kind of lets slip a little bit about how he maybe uses his celebrity and influence and fame and money to create scenarios with straight men that maybe they feel pressured into doing things and feel uncomfortable. A couple of men have come forward now that that's what's gone on. Obviously we don't want to like throw any kind of like slander or like allegations, but like people have been coming out of the woodwork saying that. So, which is interesting because he's 19, like he's just a kid, but at the same time, like if you've got that much money, you've got that much influence, you kind of have to be a little bit more aware of like how you operate and how you move through life. So the real drama came out when she posted that video this past weekend. He posted a response video. The video has like 41 million views now. After posting the video and after she posted the video, he started losing followers on YouTube so fast. He had 16 million subscribers. That's like one of the higher accounts on YouTube, and he amassed that in the last 2 years. She was on YouTube for like years. She's 37. She only had 6 million. So like that's a lot, right? Over the last 72 hours, he's lost 3 million subscribers. So that's really huge, and like that's his source of income. She's gained 2 million. Hey. Girl, they like literally were like jumping shit, literal jumping shit.
Wow.
Just so I just thought it was so crazy, and it's just like so unfortunate that like, maybe the humanity level of like what they've been doing has kind of been like lost for him, and he's kind of trying to figure out his way. I mean, at some point, like, do you just give him a pass because he's a kid, or do you expect more because you are a business person? Like you kind of handed in your like I'm a kid card when you started cashing checks that have millions of dollars on them. Let's send out positive vibes to both parties, not wish ill will. Let's just be observers and like hope the best for people. So that is our hot topic segment. That moves us into what to watch, where I am going to tell you the best shows to watch because I am a power watcher. My favorite show is Schitt's Creek.
Woo!
Yeah, I knew you would like it. This is one of the best shows ever. So the show starts off with a family, a very, very wealthy family who loses all of their money, and the only thing that they have laid claim to anymore is a town that they bought as a joke named Schitt's Creek. They move into the Motel 6 essentially in the town, and hilarity ensues. It is 5 seasons of hilarity. They are ending on the 5th season. It's done. I am devastated. I love this show. Whenever it comes back to Netflix, I do a full power binge. There's nothing else I can do until I'm done watching it. It is such a beautiful, such a funny show. So Daniel Levy and his father, Eugene Levy, you would know Eugene Levy from American Pie. He was the dad with the eyebrows. Eugene, and his son has pretty good eyebrows as well. It is hilarious. It is funny. It is dry. It is heartfelt. I could not recommend it more. John, you recommend it as well?
My favorite show.
One
show. Of my favorite
One of the best shows. So go binge it all and get ready for the last season. So that is what to watch. Moving on to food for thought. In honor of the fact that we were talking about doing stand-up last week and like talking about doing comedy, I wanted to tell this funny story of what happened at work. So we have something called Character Day, where it's kind of just talks about, character traits, and are you like loving, or are you funny, or do you have a strong sense of justice, just character traits. So the team sent out a like a quiz, like a BuzzFeed quiz, but like a serious quiz, like one that your HR sends out. But it was like, but I was very excited to take it. I was just like, wait, this is like an office sanctioned personality quiz. Like, I will set aside time for this. So I'm like clicking through, and there's all these different segments, and I'm identifying that like, okay, so that's the section that's kind of about love. This is the section that's about like a strong sense of like a moral compass. And then it gets to a section that they start asking these questions about humor. And it was like, do you think you're funny? Me? If I didn't think I was funny, I wouldn't be putting everyone through this show. I hope you think I'm funny if you're watching this. I'm like, check yes, with an exclamation point. Like, it was like strongly agree, disagree. I was like, strongly agree. Then it would go. Then the next question was like, do you like to laugh? Things like that. Kind of just understanding you as a humor bucket. And then another question was, do you think people think you're funny? I'm like, where is the hell yes button? Like, of course I think people think I'm funny. If I wouldn't be putting you through the show if I didn't think you thought I was funny. So yes, I think people think I'm funny. So I'm like, hell yes. And then at the end, it was like, oh, like your top character traits are like, one was prudence, and the next one was humor. And I was like, I think that this is a little bit of a confirmation bias. Like, I'm like, there's nowhere to like fact check that I'm funny. Like, you could be the most unfunny person in the world and still think that you're funny, and then say that you're funny, and then it says like a big character trait of yours is humor. But really, it might be a big character trait is a false sense of confidence. Like, so I was dying at this. Like, I really do love to make people laugh. I mean, that's like really the point of the show. That's why I even have a food for thought segment, because it's all these like little ideas and things that I see and whatever. But I just thought it was so funny that this test was allowing me to decide if you think I'm funny. Like, maybe I have an inflated sense of ego. Part of the story that was like really resonated with me is I was telling this story to someone, and it was someone who didn't know me, and we were, working together. Someone who doesn't really know me. We were just like joking around, talking. And after the fact, I was like, oh, it was so great working with you, da da da. He was like, you're really funny. Like, you should maybe consider stand-up. And I was like, that is the highest compliment I have ever had. Years ago, when someone commented my clavicle popping out, I would have said, that is the highest compliment I could ever receive. And now, because I have evolved as a person, now in a different season in my life, when he said, he's like, you're so funny, you should do stand-up, I was on the floor. I was like, you are an angel. Oh my God, you get to sit front row, like, at my show. So I was just dying laughing. So I think I'm funny. I hope you think I'm funny. If you don't tell me.
That's good.
If you don't, comment below.
Yeah.
If you do, comment below. So that is food for thought. And we are going to, I'm like subtly showing you guys my cute boss pin. Now we're going to move into the guest portion of our show. So my dear friend, John Barbera, is going to join me. Yay!
Yay! What's going on?
Super casual. So,
Hey.
John, since I've been talking for the last 20 minutes, can you explain to everyone how we know each other?
So it's all a little foggy.
Right, same.
It's a little blurry.
Yeah.
Because it was in college.
I was going to say, maybe it was at a frat party.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it might have been. I think we were outside of the sevens, right? We were outside of the sevens. And if I remember, I know this happened. You were introducing yourself to me, and you were like, my name is Ellyn, Ellyn with a Y. And that is literally how I remember you to this day, is Ellyn with a Y.
So embarrassing.
Yeah, it's true.
Because
it's true.
I'll just explain for everyone who doesn't know why Ellyn with a Y is my Instagram, and Ellyn with a Y is like kind of my thing and my brand. Is the name of my show. It's everything. It's everything. All my Instagram, all my social
It's
media.
you.
Thank you.
It's you.
So when we were in college, back in the Stone Age, all we had was Facebook. And to connect with people and to meet people, yeah, you could exchange phone numbers, but people were like, oh, Facebook me. So when you would Facebook me, you couldn't find me if I didn't tell you that my name was spelled with a Y. Because who's remembering Puleio? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So I was like, it's Ellyn. It's with a Y. And I was just casual. I was like, oh, it's Ellyn. It's with a Y.
It's true.
I
but
had
it worked
to.
because we're Facebook friends too.
Yeah, we are Facebook
So it
friends.
worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
And
it did work.
we've been friends, and we both live in the city.
We do.
And so I'm really excited to have you on the show because you're someone who is really happy with their career, successful with what they have figured out for themselves, and how you've managed to live in Manhattan and have two pennies to rub together. But we're also two people that are like pursuing our passions, and you are writing children's books, you are writing poetry. It is really, really incredible that you have kind of like a right and left brain. So if you could just kind of explain your day job and how it's so different from creating.
Yeah. So for my day job, my 9 to 5, I work at a bank.
Mm-hmm.
I work at Barclays, and I work in the strategy department.
Yep.
So what we do is, for a very long and winded conversation, I basically do process transformation. So we look across the bank and we try to make the process better.
Which I love.
Which is pretty cool.
I love
it's
that.
cool within itself. I mean, I've worked
An operations person.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
It's really cool. I've been doing finance for almost 8, 9, 10 years. So this is like by far the coolest job I've had in finance.
So then someone in finance, how then are you also so creative to be a writer who gets accepted into writers' workshops that you're going to this weekend, and writing poetry that's getting picked up on Instagram, which, hold on, let me just show everyone a piece of oh wait, it's not filling in the screen right.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Let's try this one.
Oh, that works.
Do what the clouds do. Water the ground with your tears to let flowers bloom. It like literally like these will come up on Instagram, and I'll show people at work. I'll be like, guys, does this not like touch you? Does this not like really inspire you? Let me show you how, from the bottom of my heart, I don't give a fuck. It's like going it's going in one direction, and then it makes a turn. Like, I find that to be so creative. I wrote poetry in middle school, and I only like to write the haikus because they were short. Or I did like the rhyming couplets. Like that's what you had from me.
Okay.
How are you writing and being creative, and how does that even happen? How do you even, I don't know any poets, I don't think.
So
I know you. That's it. You're the only writer that I know.
And I think you're the only person that considers me a poet. No, I'm just kidding. So I think my whole life I've been an artist. I joined an organization called Behind the Book. It's a nonprofit based in New York City, and they bring authors into low-income classrooms. And I was sitting on their young executive board, and which is, you volunteer, you fundraise, you go in the classroom, and part of the program is these kids make a book. And I was thinking, I was like, I could do that. I can write this. I can write a book. And it was the first thing since acting that has kind of allowed me to be an artist again and explore kind of the voice I had inside of me. And as an actor, you kind of do it with somebody else's words. And as a writer, now like it's your story to tell.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I get to control the narrative. And it kind of one thing led to another. It started with, I think it kind of originally started with poetry, and then it led into children's books. The first draft I ever wrote was actually like a whole rhyming children's book, and that was a hot mess. It's still beautiful, but yeah, you just evolve throughout the process. So now I'm writing, I'm going on a retreat, and just one step at a time.
You were accepted into a retreat.
I was. It's with the Andrea Brown Literary Agency. They hold a retreat twice a year. It's called the Big Sur Retreat. There's one in Big Sur, California. Unfortunately, that's not where I'm going. I'm going to Big Sur, Cape Cod, which is still cool. Cape Cod's going to be a great place. I'm very, very excited. They're very well known in the community, and I'm excited to go. I'll get to work with some professionals this weekend. They're going to read 3 of my pieces, give me some feedback, and see what's up. So
I love it, and I love that. I love having somebody. There's so many people I feel like that we have on that I have on the show, and people that are in my life that have very interesting paths through life, and interesting hobbies, and interesting like kind of second job lives that they do on the side.
Yeah.
And I think that it's almost like that side hustle. Like, people don't really share the story in the middle of the story. They usually share it when they're like, I've arrived, I'm now a successful, the next thing, like I can quit my day job and now I do the thing that I'm really passionate about. But I think that, like, we've talked a lot about this, is that what happens in the middle, right? You see these Instagram quotes, but like what happens in the middle is your life. And it's still as vital and important as the end game, or as the end goal of whatever it is that you're working towards. So like, you could sit on, kind of the like pile of successes and say, oh, this is how I got there, and I achieved this, and I maybe started later in life, and I'm a success story. But there's also all of this living that happens in the middle, which is why I'm so happy to have people on the show that can talk about like having a great time and loving life in the middle of pursuing all these fun passions.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. I mean, it's true. Like I've told you the story and now I'm going to tell it again. Like I always like to tell there was this guy, his name was Tom, and he worked at Lloyd's Bank, and Tom worked at Lloyd's Bank for 8 years, and then Tom became T.S. Eliot, right?
Wow.
So
Yeah.
yeah, right? So no one knew. And I think that one of the things that happens is especially people that, especially writers, I think within the artistic community, you want to be a writer and you don't acknowledge the fact that writers need to also make money, and writing doesn't always pay the bills.
Yeah.
So a lot of writers have other jobs, and then when you become really successful as a writer or an author or whatever, you get to then make money through doing that, from book sales, from talking, from explaining the craft to people. But until then, it's really a hustle. It's making money, and it's constantly kind of reminding yourself why you're pursuing what you're pursuing on the side.
Well, I told you about my friend Fanula, who I worked with at Refinery. She wrote a book and was at Refinery and just killing it. She's a boss. She is so good at her job. She just actually moved on recently, but she had her book picked up and it's going to get published.
That's
Got an
amazing.
agent.
Yeah,
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
It's so exciting, to see that happen. But there's such a fun journey between here and there that I think a lot of times we forget, and we have so much fun. We're having such a great time in our lives right now. And it's like, I don't want to forget this.
No, you're right. And you overlook that because you
we become famous. Oh my God. Well, we always have so much fun together, and a great example of having fun together is playing games.
Let's play a game.
Yes. So we're going to play a game. It is a show favorite.
Okay.
We're going to play Screw, Marry, Kill.
Yes.
The first one is funny because it's office related, because we both work office jobs. Screw, Marry, Kill, paper clips, binder clips, staples.
Ooh. Oh.
Very specific feelings about all
Yeah.
those.
Now, my question is, how big is the binder clip? Because that actually can be a game changer.
I think that it's kind of like relative to you. You assign the
So whatever
size.
I feel is the binder clip in my head, so it's like a really big one.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
right.
kill the stapler.
Kill the stapler.
staples. No
Got
one
it.
wants anything stapled. We want to flip shit. We want to rearrange stuff, right? We don't want the stapler. It's too permanent, and I have to rip it. And then what happens if the staple? Do you want the staple straight? Do you want the staple on the diagonal? Is the staple too close? Everyone comments on the staple. Forget the staple. No, the staple's dead. So it's really between the paper clip, right? It's between the paper clip and... See, now here's the thing. The paper clip, you can unfold it.
Okay.
And you can clean your headphones with it.
Oh,
and that's pretty awesome.
so
I'm going to marry the paper clip.
Ooh, okay.
Because that's a committed relationship.
Okay.
And I'm going to screw the binder clip because, we can have fun.
All right, my answers are I would kill the paper clip because it really doesn't do me any use when I staple. Okay, when you paper clip things together, they come apart.
That's the point.
But I don't know what the point is. Why am I paper clipping them together then?
To bring them to the meeting, to then shove them around, and then put them back together.
Then staple them for everyone. I don't get it. And then it makes everything top heavy, and they could fall out, and I can't really stack them easily because then I've had paper clips fly off.
Yeah, that's annoying. You're like, how did that?
Flip onto
Kill.
another piece of paper.
Yeah.
Kill.
Okay.
Kill a staple.
Aggressive.
Oh, kill a paper clip.
Okay.
I would screw a staple because it's pointy and edgy and maybe a little fun and sexy. I don't know what it means. Let's not dig into that. And then I would marry a binder clip because a binder clip has a really strong hold and keeps things together, but it's also malleable enough to get looser and add more paper and can take a lot of strain, and then it can hold smaller amounts. So I feel like a marriage kind of ebbs and flows and goes through periods of super fun, and then you hate each other, and then you come back together. So marry the binder clip, kill the paper clip, screw the staple.
That's a good marry. Okay.
Yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that. Okay.
Okay. All right, here is our next one.
Okay.
Because we like going out for tacos.
We do.
Screw, marry, kill, guacamole, salsa, and queso.
What?
How do you choose?
Okay, so right off the bat, I'm gonna disrupt the Band-Aid, and I'm gonna kill salsa. It's between guac and queso. Yeah, I'm sorry.
My God!
Because avocado toast, that's guacamole, and queso, that's cheese, so that wins.
Okay, so then you would
salsa's dead. I can't even think about salsa right now. I think I would marry guacamole. Because
Okay.
I do think it's multi-purpose.
Okay, yeah,
Right?
yeah, absolutely.
And I guess I would, I would screw queso because that's sexy.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
I like queso.
I would marry guac. I would kill queso. Everyone's surprised. Both of you have surprised faces.
Why would you kill queso?
Marry guac, kill queso, screw salsa. I would kill queso because the inner youth that was sent to Weight Watchers in me just can't really indulge in the case.
Oh,
Okay?
This is a new world. This is a new season.
This is a new
So you should
season
be
of my
marrying
life.
the queso. This is a new you.
This is new me. I can eat queso.
Oh, we're gonna bathe in queso.
I think because for so long I like pushed it away and like didn't have queso that I really don't have like a deep love for queso. I like queso, but I could not live without, like, anytime I go out for any kind of a Mexican dish or anything, there is always salsa and guac for me. So I think I would marry guac because I can't live without it.
Yep.
And I would
Multi-purpose.
screw salsa because you can have salsa in a couple different ways.
Ooh.
You can have it chopped pico de gallo. You can have it like more liquefied. You can, spice it up.
Okay.
So that brings us to our Noah Centineo news segment. Last week, first of all, happy birthday, Noah. You just turned 23, so we're both in our 20s. So happy birthday to you. Noah Centineo keeps wearing a hair tie on his finger, his pointer finger, and it's in photos. He has it with him over the course of many, many, many days. And I think that the only reason we can deduce that this is happening is because he has a girlfriend. This hair tie has emotional value to him. Think about it. I lose hair ties every day. I never have a hair tie. Girls, guys, are you not constantly asking a friend for a hair tie? I lose them because they have no emotional significance to me. But if I was using it as a secret call out to my partner, because I can't tell her out loud that I love her, Noah Centineo, because your PR team is crazy and won't let you come out and say you have a girlfriend, what is that? Or, I just have a thought. Like, it could be a call out to, like, maybe his mom or his family or his sister, because Carol Burnett did this thing for her grandma.
Celine Dion went to her husband.
But Celine Dion winked at her husband. No, it's probably a girlfriend. He's like a young guy. It's definitely a girlfriend. Who could
But
it
how
be?
crazy that the PR people, like, that girlfriend, like, must feel like...
Oh no, she loves it.
Yeah?
Loves that it's a secret and like no one knows that they're together.
But the reason why people don't know that you're together is because they want other people to idolize him.
I know.
That's a gray line.
I feel
That's becoming a
conflicted.
gray line.
I feel conflicted.
I mean,
like, I'm gonna be unhappy when I learn that he has a girlfriend, but then also I'll be happy for him because he has love in his life, and like true love is when you are happy for someone no matter what.
It's true. And then it could also open up a whole new fan. Maybe she's like an unknown, and that's why.
What if it's Selena Gomez? He did say he likes her. She's like kind of messy though right now. Like, she's working on new music. Okay. So I'm just like, I really think I'm going to say it here. I called out that I think Kim's baby's name's going to be Robert, which I'm not the only one who thinks that. And I'm also saying I think Noah Centineo is going to come out and say he has a girlfriend. Maybe it's one of the girls from the Charlie's Angels movie he's in. Who can say? But we are watching this like hawks, people. I am like a hawk on the internet. I follow all of his friends. I'm gonna continue to figure out what is going on. And you will hear it here first, or when this video goes live subsequently, days later. So that is the Noah Centineo news, which means that is the show. I would like to thank my dear friend, John Barbera, at Mr_JWB, if you guys want to follow him on Instagram and see all of the amazing writing work that you are putting out.
Thank you.
I want to thank everyone for tuning in every week. You know I love it and appreciate it, and I hope that you are getting a little bit of joy and laughter from the show, because we could all use a lot more of that in this life. And I hope to see you next week. Bye. Hi everybody, thanks for watching. To subscribe to my channel, click here, and to watch more videos, click here.